Hi, welcome to Wildest Gourmet, where we're reinventing camping food.
We weren't really sure what we're going to cook today, so we went out to the local Leith market for a little bit of inspiration. Take a look. We headed down to the local Leith market to pick up some inspiration for the next meal. We grabbed the lovely latte, bumped into some old friends, and then I realised there were some yummy mushrooms on sale, so I picked some up. Mushrooms are one of my favourite foraged ingredients. They're a little bit hard to come by in the city, so I go foraging at the local markets. After a big day of shopping, I thought I'd earn a pint, so I went to the pub next door. Enjoying a frosty brew and looking over the tempting menu, I realised what our next meal was going to be. So feeling very relaxed after my pint on this beautiful autumn day, and mushies in hand, I headed home. So while I was at the pub, I looked at the menu and had a beautiful seafood selection. So it got me thinking, I thought, why not do fish and chips at home? But instead of the usual fish and chips, I'd try a sweet potato here, just to add a different element, and I personally love sweet potato. Okay, so we're going to start with prepping the sweet potato chips. Basically you want fairly decent sized chips. They will take a little while to cook, so that's why we're starting with them first. And they're prepped, ready to go, so we're going to get our little gas cooker going. Alright, so while that pan's heating up, we want it quite hot. We're going to put in the olive oil here. And get that nice and hot before we put the sweet potato fries in. Alright, so that's nice and hot now. I'll put the sweet potato chips in. Just mind out the oil doesn't spit all over you. So again, if we're out camping, it's not too hard to carry around sweet potatoes. They are heavy, but they're going to last a long time. So it's a sort of staple you can keep in your bag and it won't go rotten. And pretty good for you too, the sweet potatoes. Okay, so we want the sweet potatoes completely covered in oil. So to do that, easy way to do that, you can, if you're at home, shake it up in a big tub, but basically I'm going to flip these. Make sure they're all coated in oil. And I'm going to salt and pepper them now as well. And then I'm going to make sure they're all in one layer. So one side's going to cook, and then I can flip them over and the other side's going to cook. So there's no sort of rawness in the sweet potato as well. So cook right through, ready to go, and then we'll rest it, and then we'll focus on the fish. So it's been a few minutes now. There's a nice colour on the sweet potato. It's fucking hot as fuck. Alright, so the sweet potato chips are ready. Just going to give them one last flip. I'm going to put them down here on our chopping board. And they can rest. They can wait until the fish is done. And while they're hot, just give them a hit of salt because they're going to absorb all that salt while they're hot. Suck it all in. Alright, so I'm going to turn that pan down a little bit because it's piping hot. And I'm going to go in with the spring onions because they take a little while to cook. Right, so I've cleaned them up, picked out the outer leaves. I'm going to use some of that oil, coat them up a little bit. They almost become like caramelised, and they're nice and sweet as well. Caramelization. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt with these guys as well. They like the salt. And check my temperature. Always check how hot you are. Yeah. Looks like I need a little bit more olive oil. So I picked up some nice mushrooms, as you saw, from the Leith markets. These are lovely. They're going to take a little bit to cook, a bit longer than the fish, because the fish will be quite quick. Camping's all about keeping it simple. You don't want too much technical stuff going on. You just want time to relax and enjoy nature. Alright, so I've torn up the mushrooms, thrown them in there. They're looking nice and beautiful. You want to fry them off now. So you want the natural waters of the mushroom to come out and evaporate, and you can actually hear it. So you can hear all the water being drawn out of the mushrooms, and you want that to evaporate. And then you think about adding whatever other flavours you want. So I'm going to use butter, salt and pepper, I'm going to put some thyme in there as well, lemon thyme, so that'll go lovely with the fish. Okay, so I think the spring onions have had enough to cook now. The natural sweetness has come out, that bitterness of the onion has gone away. So I'm going to rest them next to the chips. Alright, so keeping these mushrooms evenly cooked by flipping them. And you can hear the sizzle, so the natural waters are coming out of the mushrooms. Hear them sizzle away. I'm going to put some thyme in now. So the nuttiness, woodiness of the thyme is going to reflect well with those mushrooms. They're going to bind together and you get a beautiful flavour. And basically what they're going to do, they're going to be like a sponge. They're going to absorb whatever you put with them. I'm going to put butter and garlic today. Alright, so what I've done, I smashed the garlic in the skins, so that makes it easy to peel straight away. Chop up your garlic quite fine. Oh fuck, look how low it goes, that's awesome. Alright, so a little bit more olive oil for the fish. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a slice of lemon on the skin. So, don't worry about the garlic, because that flavour is going to be in there anyway. And this is going to caramelise underneath the fish skin. Pop the lemon down. I've got lovely sea bass here, and you want to go skin side down, and that's going to crisp up so you can eat it. Alright, so in with the fillets. On top of the lemon there. It's going to take no time at all to cook the fish. I'm going to salt and pepper the flesh. Okay, so the skin's getting nice and crispy now, but it's very important it doesn't overcook, it'll be tough, really not nice. So get your butter ready, get your lemon ready to go in, because it's quite a quick process. Alright, so that fish is ready to flip. Ticking like it's still alive. Almost instantly cooked. As soon as you flip it, that flesh is going to cook up quite quick. So you want to think about your next elements. You want to think about your butter and your garlic. I need a spoon, dude. So I've got a spoon. I'm going to put that butter in now because that fish is pretty much cooked. So I want to finish it with that beautiful butter flavour. Alright, so that butter's going to keep that sweetness in the fish. It's not going to dry out. It's going to add that flavour as well. And it's time to go in with the garlic. Okay, so you want to stir that garlic around a little bit. Like I said, just cook it so the rawness flavour is out. You definitely don't want to burn it because it's a horrible taste. And mix it in with those beautiful mushrooms and the lemon thyme. So you want to baste the fish. Make sure that skin gets a nice hit of butter and garlic and thyme. Alright, so that fish is beautiful now. It's cooked, ready to plate up. Cool, so that fish is nice and tender. Pop the mushrooms on top of one. Alright, so the heat's still on. I'm going to add some kale now, just to make sure you get your greens. Straight in with the kale. And you got all that garlic, butter flavour and lemon as well. And thyme, the lemon thyme. And that's going to infuse in the kale. You can hear that sizzling away. Alright, so you got all those flavours resting with the kale. I'm going to add another element. I'm going to use a beautiful white wine. It's going to complement the fish. It's going to be lovely. Is this one okay for you, sir? So a little Aussie element. We are here in Scotland on Wildest Gourmet. Yeah, it's going to remind us of home a little bit. Just add another element to the fish as well. And that's going to help the kale cook as well. It's basically steaming it. I'm going to wait until that alcohol is cooked off and the kale is absorbing the lemon, butter, garlic, thyme, and lastly the wine. Not bad.
I like some.
Okay, so we've got the kale, which is going to act like a garnish. It's got that sweet white wine flavour in there as well, that butter. It's going to complement the fish. Rather than being overpowering, it's just going to complement it. Have a little bit of acidity. This, drop that around the fish. Of course, you do want a little bit of kale with every bite. Alright, so there you have it on Wildest Gourmet, our version of fish and chips. A set of potatoes, we use sweet potato. We've got the beautiful sea bass fillets. And we have the lovely forage mushrooms. which we infuse with that lemon, thyme, and butter and garlic. And lastly, we have the garnish of kale, which we reduce with the white wine, the Aussie wine. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna hook in. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. I forgot the mayonnaise.